Welcome to episode 5 of my Digimon breakdown slash review series, where today we'll be discussing episode 5 of Digimon Adventure, Kabuterimon's Electro Shocker. Now let's begin, shall we? So let's begin from what we last saw last time we were talking about this, which was after Viomon had defeated, her after she had digivolved into Birdramon, defeated and freed Miramon from his dark gear, allowing him to go back to his mountain and leaving the Yokomon alone. After that, we see our gang stay with the Yokomon for a little bit before the episode ends, and they're eating whatever the frick they're eating. But then, that is the end of the episode 4. Now let's move on to episode 5. In episode 5, we see the gang wandering around, tired of wandering, being annoyed by it. Izzy's annoyed by the fact his computer still isn't working because, as stated before early on in the series, review and breakdown series, is that technology doesn't work regularly in the digital world. It just fundamentally doesn't work as it would in the human world. So, for example, a camera does not work in normal sense because the camera just is not functioning in the same plane of existence as it was before. Now, I don't remember the exact reasoning for why it doesn't work the way it should, as in, like, from the human world and digital world. I can't remember the exact reasoning, but I think there's a legitimate reasoning, and I may have to just look it up later before I do my next review, so I can mention that in the future. But overall, Izzy's complaining about how he can't get his computer working, and we see Ty decides to hit it as the type. It's similar to a situation with other tech in our world, where sometimes if you hit it, it will fix it. Izzy gets angry about that because, yes, I can understand where he's coming from. Hitting a laptop is different from hitting like a Blu-ray player slash a DVD player or a PlayStation to get it working if it's bugging out. It works in the same principle, but I highly suspect it would not work in the same manner. Because, yes, I've done that plenty of times myself with old DVD players that don't work. Punch it really hard once and it fixes itself for ages. But if you do that with a PC slash a laptop, that's not going to end well with all the little intricate little bits and bobs that you have to put in together yourself. But yes, after he hits it, Izzy gets angry with him and shoos him off. Izzy continues to try to get his laptop working while the gang continues their freaking wandering. Izzy figures that he gets his computer working, but it is on low battery, so he can't do anything about it at the moment. Ty and Agumon, meanwhile, see smoke in the distance, and them and the gang all go forward to go have a look and see what it is. It is a factory. So the Digidestin decide, let's go in here and let's have a look-see around and see what we can find here. Overall, they split up into two groups. We see Ty, Sora, I believe Joe, and that was it, I believe, on their part. Yeah. Went off in one direction. Izzy, Matt, TK, and Mimi all went in another direction. So they split up. In Ty's group, they find Andromon being completely stuck under a door or something. I myself am not quite sure what it was. Even now, after watching the episode, I still can't quite remember. Because it looked like a door, but it may have not been. It actually, no. I'm just gonna go look back at it right now and just have a look at this. Give me a minute. I'm just gonna look up scenes of the episode quickly. Let's see. Digimon EP5 Adventure. Andromon Stuck. I'll just look up Andromon Stuck. Sorry for the silence. I just want to try to find the scene. And since the Blu-ray player is off right now, I can't go back and look through. And since I do not have the remote at the moment, I've misplaced the damn thing again. I can't go back to the specific episode and just slide through the episode and have a look. I could just go to a website or some shit like that and find it there, but then that means I'm going to have to go and do that. So I'm just trying to focus. Ah, there we are. Okay. Oh, good. How did I think that was a door? No, he's stuck under a heap of gears and whatnot, like a big machine of gears, and he seems to have gotten himself stuck, and which led to... That makes more sense now. I do not know why I thought it was a door. Okay, then, we're moving on from that stupid shit I just pulled on my own brain there. I thought those gears were a door somehow. Anyway, we'll go back to what I was saying now. Anyway, Andromon's stuck under a heap of gears. The gang try getting him out by pulling him at first, and then when that doesn't work, they try levying the freaking gears. Seriously, how did I not realize there were gears? Oh my lord, I am stupid. I am bloody stupid sometimes. Anyway, they levy the gears to try to get him out. They do get him out, but in the process, a black gear that was hidden within the other gears breaks off from the gear system and gets embedded in Andromon's legs, well, left leg, leading into him being taken over by the black gear's mind control-esque brainwashing powers. Andromon gets up, then attacks the gang. Agumon and them Ty's group and whatnot freaking destroy the roof, collapsing it on top of Andromon so they have time to escape. And then we move on to Izzy's group. Izzy's group and whatnot are finding a heap of random machines that are working and continuously putting themselves back together and taking them apart again, like an endless loop where they're kind of just useless machines that continue this monotonous purpose that will never end. Meanwhile, making it basically point out that no matter what, these things are never going to actually be finished being made because they're just going to be pulled apart again after the base of being built is complete. After TK Man and whatnot look around at these things, Izzy wanders off by himself with Tentomon. Well, then he's technically not by himself, is he? Him and Tentomon wander off, and they find themselves a ginormous battery. Like, it's a humongous, like, AAA-esque battery-looking shit. And there's a door to it. Izzy and Tentomon go inside the door. Izzy goes and sits down. He finds like a charging port thing that he can plug his laptop into. So he can keep his laptop fully charging while he uses it and tries to do stuff with it while in this factory. Yes, I still don't know why his laptop randomly started working either. I'm going to have to look that up. As stated before, I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more because I can't remember exactly what's the issue with technology and like things like compasses and whatnot and how they work in the digital world and why for some reason Izzy's laptop's working right now. But anyway, after Izzy's able to get his laptop running and whatnot and charged, he starts trying to decode the code that's in this building, this battery, trying to figure out how it works and how he can change or even try to just decode it in general. Meanwhile, Tentomon's asking why he would rather do this than hang out with his friends. Izzy said he finds it fun to find out how things like this work, so he can figure out how they got to the digital world and then how Digimon are made. So Izzy's one of my favorite characters purely because of the fact he was like me kind of when I was younger. He was really nerdy and whatnot, except for the fact unlike him, I wasn't smart. I wasn't brain smart. No. I was dumb as a bag of bricks. Jesus Christ. No, that is the one thing I give Izzy up on me when I was a kid. He's an intelligent freaking kid. But anyway, yeah, no. It reminds me of that because how he's socially awkward. He's not the best with people. I wasn't the best with people. Like, yes, I'm able to talk to people, but socially speaking, I was probably not the best in social situations purely because of the fact I just aggressively butted into conversations when I was a kid. I still do it now by accident here and there. I'm far better at it now than I was before, but I definitely am still bad at it. But anyway, back to the thing anyway. We see Izzy do that, while he's doing that, he's talking to Tentamon, and he says that. Then Tentamon says something akin to what's happened in your life to make you think like that, or something like that. I can't remember the exact wording of it. It's been about half an hour or so since I watched the episode, so I'm not going to remember everything off the top of my head. I really should have made the video when I first finished the episode. But yes, after he said that, we see a quick flashback of Izzy's parents talking about something, with Izzy in a room, peeking, having the door slightly opened, ajar, to have hear it so you can hear. But we don't get much of that. We'll learn more about that later on in the series, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we definitely learn more about that later on. But yes, we see a quick flash into Izzy's home life and whatnot. Yes, that's one of the things I really like about the original Digimon series. The amount we get with the humans' home lives, and not just we're stuck in the digital world for the entire series. Like, I love the digital world and whatnot, but Digimon Adventure, Digimon Tamers, and Digimon friggin' Data Squad are the best with that. We see the human bonds and whatnot with their parents and their families, and we see shit like that. That's like really integral to the humans' characterization and whatnot. Like, I love the characterization of the Digimon and whatnot, but come on, the humans are the ones that get the most development out of the two of them normally. But anyway, we see Izzy freaking around with the code on the battery, like rubbing some of it out, and it completely fucking up the entire factory, leading into it just all turning off. Meanwhile, Andromon's still hunting down Ty's group and whatnot, and so when the power goes out, Andromon just starts looking for them through the dark, like the freaking Terminator-esque but monster that he was at that time, and freaking just going lightning blade, and just slashing shit and attacking them left and right. Meanwhile, we go back to Izzy now, and we see Izzy fix the bit that he mucked with to see what would happen, and he fixed it, leading to the power returning and the code being fixed. Izzy starts trying to freaking F with the code a bit more by his laptop instead of physically effing with the battery, leading to accidentally burning Tentomon. I don't remember exactly the reasoning for that. I don't think it was ever explained. At least probably was never explained in the dub, since I'm only watching dub. But yes, we see Tentomon jumping around, going ow, 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 because he's being burnt, he's being cooked, basically. So Izzy disconnected the code and thing he was doing, leading to Tentomon not being hurt anymore. And then we see Izzy and whatnot hear shit going on in the background with Matt and whatnot, with the Matt group and whatnot, so he comes out. And we lead into the rest of the gang uniting, and then we see them all running away from Andromon, who, I might add, is a ultimate level Digimon, not a champion level Digimon, so I might add he is way stronger than most of the characters, if not all of them here right now. So this is a battle where, in a normal situation, they just cannot win. Ty and Matt Digivolve. I believe Ty, Matt, and Sora Digivolve, but I can't remember exactly. I'll have to go back and have a look at that. But either way, 2 or 3 of them Digivolve, and they try fighting Andromon. Doesn't end well. Greymon and Garurumon for certain get their asses handed to them, freaking completely clobbered by that guy with damn nipple missiles. Yes, he's got nipple missiles. His chest burns open and fires like that. So I've dubbed them nipple missiles with teeth. Because that's what they are! There's no other cool name for them besides that. But as stuff like that's happening, Izzy decides to try something with the code he was already effing with before in the battery. He starts mucking with the code again, doing slightly different things here and there with it. That's basically it. We're not getting any actual detailed explanation. We're just getting mumbo jumbo stuff about it. No detailed explanation, and we see it having the same effect, a similar effect to Tentomon, but something else happens instead of him just being burnt and turned into a delicious bug meal. Instead, he gets the freaking light glows and the Digivice freaking activate, leading into Tentomon Digivolving. Tentomon Digivolve to Kabuterimon! And bloody hell, that horrific looking bug is scary as old shit, and I love it so much. Kabuterimon does battle with freaking Andromon, and unlike with Garurumon and Greymon, who don't know about the Black Gear, Kabuterimon does. So when he does battle with Andromon, he aims for the left leg where the Black Gear is, leading into him destroying the Black Gear. and freeing Andromon. After Andromon is free, he apologizes to the Digidestin and then helps them leave the factory, where they are now heading off in a sewer with Andromon. Once they reach the sewer, Andromon heads back off to the factory. Meanwhile, the Digidestin began wandering through the sewer to head back to get out of there. Tai tries doing the laptop stops working again, so Tai tries doing the hitting situation again. Izzy dodges it, and then Agumon and Tai punch each other because they both tried to hit the laptop. And everyone just gets a good laugh out of watching both Agumon and Tai just lay on the ground because they both punched each other in the head. Because, yes, that is quite funny. But, yes, Izzy freaking now has attained champion like the other three so far, and it's been a fun episode. Overall, this episode was fun. I enjoyed it. Definitely more fun than I had with the other one, because really the fact of the matter is I got more of Izzy's characterization and more of his family life, and I got to learn a bit more overall about him as overall. Like, yes, I've seen the show, but it's still fun rewatching it and watching and doing it in this manner. I am still horrified that I somehow thought those were doors. Do whatever you want. You can roast me in the comments for that shit, because oh my god, that is horrid on my part. That is horrid on my part, but I did not realize they were not doors. But anyway, overall, I thought this was a better episode. So I think it was more interesting overall, because we learned a bit more about the digital world. Not much to the point where it's of true value, but it's still interesting watching the little tidbits of information we do learn about it. So I'm happy to see where it leads from this point onwards. And episode 5, I remember that one actually quite fondly. We'll see some unnerving scenes in that one. I cannot wait for that one. Plus, also one of my favorite Digimon show up in that one. So, it's a win-win situation. Anyway, I'm going to have quickly finish off here, because this video is getting a bit long. And overall, that is really all I've got to say about it. This episode was great. Loved it. It was better than the previous episode. Not the best. Still not overall the worst. It's definitely not the worst, though. I definitely believe we're going to get the worst later on. If we don't get a really bad one where I go down to 1, I'm going to be surprised, but not that surprised. It's Digimon Adventure. It's not like Fusion, where I'm going to probably, and if I ever did do that one, I'd probably end up giving it 2s or 1s half the time, because that series was complete garbage most of the time. Outside of some of the characters. But overall, this episode was fun. I enjoyed it. I got to see Kabuterimon, who looks kind of like a xenomorph, and it's freaking freaky as hell, but he's like a beetle xenomorph. But yeah, it was fun watching that, and I was happy to be able to make another video on this so soon. Catch you guys on the flip side. If you got to the end of this video, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you have reached this point in the video. If you haven't, then don't worry about it, because you're not going to see this part of the video. But I will never put the like and subscribe bullshit at the front of the video. I didn't even want to start putting it in the back of the video, at the end of the video, but I decided maybe it's a good idea just to mention it. Because if you guys want to see more of this type of content, then I'd recommend you actually do come and have a look, subscribe to the channel, so you can see more of this content come through later on, because I'm going to try to do more of this content more regularly, unlike how I've been doing it, where I've just randomly done spurts of it and then gone, alright, I'm now drained of enthusiasm for doing this. I'm trying to make this into a thing where this is a regular occasion of me making content. Anyway, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Have a great rest of your week. Catch you all on the flip side, and I'll see you all next time for the next video. It probably won't be a Digimon one that time. I feel I'm in the mood to do something else next. It'll probably be Pokemon, or even something else entirely, because I do not want to just make my channel specifically about those 2 shows overall. But I'll catch you all on the flip side. See you next time.